Good evening, my friends. This is Paul, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing to you Gradius. Gradius? Gradius? What a weird name. Maybe they were just trying to appeal to people of many different accents? Anyway, today I'm going to be revealing this game for the NES, which I first played on the Nintendo Switch NES Online service, and I used my NES Classic Edition to capture footage of this, so it would be nice and big, and Nintendo wouldn't throw a hissy fit saying, "Oh no, you used our font for our online service, how dare you?" Anywho, so this type of shooter was really popular back in the 80s, that run around and blast everything in sight even though there's no legitimate reason to. Unlike Galaga, this is where you're moving to the right instead of staying at the bottom of the screen and shooting at people on top of you. Instead, you always shoot to the right, and the more enemies you defeat, the more power-ups you can get. And these power-ups, you have 6 different options: speed up, missiles, lasers, double, option, which, why they're called options, I don't know. And finally, a front shield, which is listed as question mark for some reason, probably because it couldn't fit in the box. These can definitely make or break the game. As you can probably imagine, since this is on the NES, this game is very, very hard, especially considering the fact that it's a port of an arcade game. And you know how those games were. They tried to swallow as many quarters as possible out of your pockets. So, thankfully, I was able to beat this thanks to the many save states of the Nintendo Switch, because, as you can probably tell by this footage, I'm kinda terrible at this game. And honestly, this is about the extent of what you're gonna get. Now granted, this isn't like Galaga, where it's basically just an endless shooter. What's impressive about Galaga is that it has a multitude of different locations that you can explore. Like, you have an area that kind of looks like a Mega Man zone, a volcano. You even get to infiltrate a sequence like Metroid and try to defeat this giant brain at one point. This movie also unintentionally plagiarizes Star Wars a lot. Like, there are several moments where you have to shoot inside a ship's core, and then the ending of the game is even basically a ripoff of the ending of Star Wars A New Hope. Nevertheless, this game is fun, albeit really on the hard side, and if you don't have an NES Classic Edition or the Nintendo Switch Online library, then you can get this pretty cheap on nearly every virtual console platform. I would recommend it if you're a diehard Twitch fan, but otherwise you can probably just skip it, as I've heard there have been some sequels that have been a lot bigger and better on other systems, and you might be better off just waiting for one of those. With that said, there's not really much more to say, apart from the game controls fine. Sometimes it's a bit slow, but just because it controls fine doesn't mean that the difficulty is eased up, because you certainly have to be able to dodge bullets on time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, keep the faith, stay epic, God bless, and make sure you have plenty of options, both the kind in a menu and the kind that follow your ship. Bye!